What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and I look like I'm fucking robbing a bank. WWE News and Rumors for the week ending December 1st, 2013. It's been a slow week. I'll say that. It's been a slow week due to the Thanksgiving holiday here in the States, depending on where you're watching, if you celebrate it, if you didn't celebrate it. Either way, I hope everyone had a happy holiday. I'm not too big on Thanksgiving, but I had a nice, relaxing Thanksgiving. I didn't do anything too crazy. I played some Battlefield. I played some COD. I ate. I watched a couple of movies with my brother. Some old school WWF Survivor Series pay-per-view matches the way it should have been this year. But other than that, it was just a very simple Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to you guys. If you didn't watch my earlier videos, I posted a Thanksgiving video on Thursday. If you missed that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the holiday. But WWE News and Rumors, guys, let's get into it. I don't have much, but what I do have, I got some important pieces of information for you, so hopefully you enjoy that. And like always, you guys know the deal. Fuck those other guys. Fuck those other guys with their irrelevant opinions, with their stupidity. Because some people have actually telling me, JD, I've been listening to reviews about Survivor Series. There's some clowns on YouTube saying that the pay-per-view was good. Really? You're going to want to listen to someone who's telling you Survivor Series was good? Please, if you watched anybody who said anything along those lines, don't watch them anymore, because they are fucking retarded. Fuck those other guys, alright? I mean that. Anyway, enough of the fucking joking around in the games. I got news to talk about. We're going to start off with my notes here. What do I got? Alright, Hulk Hogan. I got news on Hulk Hogan. Talks between WWE and Hulk Hogan continue. And word is that Hogan has expressed interest in wrestling some kind of match at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans against John Cena. However, word also is that Triple H is leaning towards John Cena being his opponent for WrestleMania 30. This is what I got to say about this. Listen, all these rumors and these stories about WrestleMania 30, nothing is concrete. I want you guys to understand that. I've heard Randy Orton versus John Cena. This is now Hulk Hogan versus John Cena, Triple H versus John Cena, The Undertaker versus John Cena. We've heard it all. We've heard it. I've even read stories, I think it's in this report, of Hulk Hogan and Big Show teaming up against Randy Orton and Triple H at WrestleMania 30. I've heard reports of John Cena and Hulk Hogan teaming up at WrestleMania. It's all over the place. WWE does not know what they want to do. Take everything I say as a rumor and nothing more. This is what was reported this week. I'm just letting you guys know what I found out in case you missed it. But Triple H versus John Cena, I do not, and I repeat to you, do not want to see that match again happen at WrestleMania 30. I just don't want to see it. I have no interest in it, and it would be fucking boring. Just like John Cena versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I do not want to see it. I don't want to see a triple threat match at WrestleMania. I don't want to see any one of the matches I just mentioned at WrestleMania. WrestleMania needs to be thought out, calculated, and has to have a plan. This is not a plan. This is just putting Triple H, who's the COO, against the #1 guy in the company because of whatever reason. It doesn't make sense. Well, it would make sense storyline-wise, but nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it. That's all I'm saying about that. I don't want to see it happen. Triple H and Vince McMahon do not want Hogan's deal to return to be contingent on Hogan getting a match with John Cena at WrestleMania. Just like I said, Big Show actually pitched an idea of having Hogan and himself take on Triple H and Randy Orton, but key people in WWE Creative don't think they can stretch the feud out between Triple H and Big Show until then. Also, Triple H and Vince both prefer to have singles matches where Triple H faces Vince's hand-picked opponent. As always, plans can and do change. And it said that if WrestleMania 30 happened right now, the match would be John Cena versus Triple H. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm sure you guys don't want it. I'm sure the WWE can do a lot better. And Vince, I know you're not listening to me, but I know Team JD is listening to me. Open up the fucking checkbook, pay whoever you need to pay, and get the alumni, the WWE alumni on this show. And what do I mean by alumni? Austin, Goldberg, Michaels, Undertaker, Hogan. If you gotta fucking bring Sting in, sign him. Whatever. This WrestleMania needs to be centered, I'm gonna say it, fuck the young guys except for a select few. You know, it's not their year, this is WrestleMania 30. I don't care. You gotta make WrestleMania 30 the biggest of all time. Obviously, the WWE has abandoned their young talent. They haven't given them the ball to run with it. So what do you gotta do? You gotta go back to your old school talent that's already established, that's gonna bring the money in, that's gonna draw the crowds. Sign these guys and get them on the fucking show. I don't know what the problem is. I'll have more about that in this news and rumors. News on Survivor Series. And we all knew this. We all knew this. I said it in my review. If you missed it, link is down below. Nobody is stupid here. Unless you listen to these other clowns on YouTube who are just fucking trying to suck up to somebody and kiss ass. But the report says it right here. I'm not lying. I said it. You guys know it. The atmosphere backstage at WWE Survivor Series was said to be negative. No shit. There was a lot of tired wrestlers, with many looking forward to getting a little bit of a break this week with the Thanksgiving holiday. Regarding the WWE itself and the pay-per-view itself, both talents and WWE officials were negative about how the show came off. It was described as almost a situation of where the talents were blaming the writers, and the writers were blaming the talents. Sheamus was backstage and said to be in good spirits. A WWE source joked how it was obvious Sheamus was much better rested than the majority of other talents. Number one, it's nice to see that the WWE sources in the back are joking when you're putting on one of the worst pay-per-views of 2013. I love how there's joking going on. If I was a WWE official or a higher-up, I would not be joking about how bad the Survivor Series was. Survivor Series was fucking awful. It was absolutely fucking awful. The WWE product has been absolutely fucking dreadful for the last 4 months. Dreadful. The last shining moment in WWE on WWE TV has been CM Punk and Brock Lesnar. That was the last good match I seen. Okay? And I'm being honest with you. Daniel Bryan vs. Randy Orton was good the first time. How many times are you going to repeat that? You can't relive that magic once again. You gave Daniel Bryan the WWE Championship. You took it right away from him. You ruined the special moment. WWE, ever since then, has completely went downhill. Survivor Series was awful. The reaction backstage and atmosphere was negative. Of course it was going to be. Anyone with a fucking brain and a set of eyes could see that the Survivor Series was terrible. What did the WWE do? They came back on Monday Night Raw, did this to everyone who purchased the pay-per-view, and gave you the same show on Monday Night Raw. That's exactly what they did. Monday Night Raw was one of the worst of this year. Awful. And I hope the WWE is just fucking around right now and that they'll turn on the rocket packs and get the pens writing on their pads and move forward along with the Royal Rumble and start getting with the program. I don't know what's going on. Right now, I have no faith in WWE writing to get anything done. None. I'll give them to the Royal Rumble, and I have a feeling they will fuck that up, even though that's the easiest pay-per-view to book during the year. They're going to fuck it up somehow. The recent Big Show versus Randy Orton feud is considered to be a flop, and something that just didn't work. Really now? Really now? There had been a lot of second-guessing, including people wondering why Triple H didn't have a match with Daniel Bryan, or even the Big Show. I don't know, WWE. Why didn't we see Triple H versus Daniel Bryan? That would have definitely been Survivor Series worthy, but no, you give us the Big Show versus Randy Orton. The only offense that Big Show did between Survivor Series and Monday Night Raw was a fucking big chop to the chest. That's it. The match lasted 8 minutes. We seen an RKO, a DDT, and a punt kick, and that was it. That's what you call a WWE Championship main event at one of your big 4 pay-per-views? Why didn't we see Daniel Bryan, WWE? Why? Because you fucked them over. One too many times, to the point where nobody wanted to see this feud anymore. Nobody wanted to see Daniel Bryan win because you buried him for 4 months. How many times can you bury somebody before people say, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to see it no more. You had magic happen at SummerSlam, and you ruined it. You ruined it. WWE Championship should have been handed to Daniel Bryan at the last pay-per-view, but you fucked that up even more. WWE sucks this year, folks. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I mean, typically they take the fucking rest of the year off during after WrestleMania. You know, they give you everything they got during WrestleMania, and then they go into kind of vacation mode for the rest of the year. I don't know what's going on, but something really needs to be done about the product. It is the worst I've seen in the last 5 years. Easily right now. It's terrible. Word is that CM Punk has been noticeably quiet lately. One source says that this is probably the smartest thing to do, because given the string of bad shows lately, it's probably better to just pick his spots. CM Punk has been quiet, huh? How long do you think that's going to last? There is said to be a bit of a disconnect between Triple H and Vince McMahon right now. A WWE source says that the reason for the lack of flow in the WWE product lately is because of this disconnect. It's not that the two don't get along, because they do. They get along just great. It's said that they just don't seem to be putting their ideas together and making things work as of late. One example of this is Big E Langston being the guy that Vince really wants to focus on, while Roman Reigns is the guy that Triple H is more set on pushing. Here's an idea, Vince and Triple H. Why don't you push both of them at the same time? What is so fucking difficult about pushing Roman Reigns and Big E Langston at the same fucking time? Both of these guys have nothing to do with each other. You got how many hours of television a week, and you're fucking arguing over who to push first? I don't believe this is a fucking rumor this week or a news article this week. This is what's going on backstage. I could book this product with my fucking eyes closed. Really. This is pathetic that I have to actually read that as a fucking news article this week. There's a disconnect because Vince wants to push Big E Langston and Triple H wants to push Roman Reigns. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's fucking pathetic. Pathetic. Word is from Monday Night Raw this week that WWE officials are not expecting a good buy rate for this year's Survivor Series pay-per-view. I wonder why. When you book the Survivor Series pay-per-view to have 2 matches, when you eliminate the 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination matches and only give us 1, when you got guys like Fandango and Dolph Ziggler and Miz and Kofi Kingston and Damian Sandow and this one and that one off the pay-per-view, when you got at least 20 to 25 capable stars backstage sitting on their ass doing nothing when you could put them in Survivor Series matches, why would it be anything but a bad buy rate? It's your fault, WWE. You fucked up. Survivor Series is the easiest pay-per-view to book. One of the easiest pay-per-views to book during the year. And you fucked it up. Bad buy rate. I expect it to be one of the worst of the year. Also coming out of Monday Night Raw, talk is that John Cena vs. Randy Orton at TLC next month is being done as a way to build to a bigger program. As we've noted, there had been talk of doing a unification match at WrestleMania, but that idea could have changed. Now, I gave you my opinion on this during my Monday Night Raw review. I really don't want to repeat myself, so if you guys missed that, the link is down below. I honestly think this match is going to end in a draw. Somehow, some way, the WWE is going to fuck us over because every WWE Championship match for the last 5 months has ended in some kind of fucking screw job. Or Randy Orton pulls down the World Heavyweight Championship and John Cena pulls down the WWE Championship. And then they have some kind of unification, possibly at the Royal Rumble. Or they go ahead with the original plan that they wanted, because I know Vince, according to these sources, still wants Randy Orton versus John Cena in a unification match at WrestleMania. Don't want to see that happen, because that would be the most boring fucking main event of all time. And if you do that, how are you going to repay the Royal Rumble winner? The winner of the Royal Rumble is supposed to be guaranteed a main event spot at WrestleMania. It's supposed to be challenging for any title he wants. So if you have a unification match at WrestleMania between John Cena and Randy Orton, and both of them are your champions, what is the Royal Rumble winner going to get? A handshake? A pat on the back? A kiss on the cheek? What is he going to get? And don't tell me, oh, maybe he should challenge for the Undertaker's streak. The Undertaker's streak is not more important than the WWE Championship. Yes, the streak is magnificent. The streak is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong. But you're not going to compare the Undertaker's streak, one man and his legacy, to the history of the WWF WWE Championship. It's not going to happen. So don't tell me, oh yeah, he can challenge the Undertaker streak. That's not what the Royal Rumble winner is. You're going to tarnish the Royal Rumble. You're going to bring the legacy of the Royal Rumble down. And you're going to rewrite history. You're going to rewrite the rules. You don't do that for the Royal Rumble. That match is my favorite pay-per-view of the year. You're not going to fuck that up. To sacrifice that for John Cena and Randy Orton. It's not going to happen. It would be a complete fucking disaster. A colossal mistake. I hope WWE has some kind of fucking brain and just wants to maintain the Royal Rumble match. Have the Rumble winner fight the champion at WrestleMania. It's not that fucking hard. What else do we have here? I reported last week how Vince McMahon is unhappy with WrestleMania 30 already because due to the matches not being locked in and top stars not committing to the show yet. I also noted that Vince was interested in having Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement against Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30. With so many big matches being up in the air for next year's WrestleMania in New Orleans, one match WWE could surely deliver is CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan, which I've been saying for the last 3 months. Word is that Vince McMahon is not interested in that match at WrestleMania because of his interest in Michaels returning. Vince wants multiple big names on the show and is obsessed with reproducing the results he received when he brought back The Rock. Now listen to me. If Shawn Michaels doesn't want to come out of retirement, all you got to do is simply respect his wishes because he certainly deserves that. He made a promise to The Undertaker that he would not come back and tarnish the magic that they made together at WrestleMania 25 and WrestleMania 26. Okay? Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk would absolutely tear the fucking house down at WrestleMania if it's booked correctly. You give one or the other a championship, more notably the WWE Championship, because I would have CM Punk be the WWE Champion going into WrestleMania. Have Daniel Bryan get his moment at WrestleMania, and you have an Iron Man match for 60 minutes. Because you certainly want this WrestleMania to be the biggest of all time. There's no better way. If you don't have Austin versus Punk, Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. The reason why Vince doesn't want this to happen, and I'm pretty sure of it, is because he doesn't want to suck it up and eat his own words and have two guys like Daniel Bryan, two guys of their stature, of their height, of their size, go into WrestleMania and show you exactly what a WrestleMania match is supposed to be. That's the only reason why Vince McMahon doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't want Daniel Bryan and CM Punk to out-wrestle Austin if he's on the show, Goldberg, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, this one, that one, Triple H. Really? Vince is not about the fans. He's about what's going to line his pocket. That's the fucking problem. As a businessman, yes, money is important, but there's some point in between there you got to get back to the fucking fans. Doesn't Vince know his own fucking product? Doesn't he know the people who are watching his show? On what fucking planet would anyone disagree with me that CM Punk and Daniel Bryan is best for business at WrestleMania? Someone please tell me that. I've been saying all along, Daniel Bryan goes into the Royal Rumble and wins the Royal Rumble. CM Punk beats Randy Orton or John Cena, whoever, at the Royal Rumble, wins the WWE Championship, goes into WrestleMania as the champion, Bryan versus Punk, the battle of who is truly the best in the world, 60-minute Iron Man match. Listen, folks, that match doesn't even need a fucking storyline behind it. It doesn't. You have them wrestle from the Royal Rumble on through WrestleMania, trying to outdo each other. Put them in fucking classic 5-star matches. Who can out-wrestle who? On Monday Night Raw. Put Daniel Bryan against Dolph Ziggler. Put CM Punk against Damien Sandow. Some people who can fucking wrestle, who can test their skill. You know, it just frustrates me as a fan. I want the best for WrestleMania, but right now, the way WWE's going, it's not going to happen. I just don't have the faith in WWE. And when I hear shit like this, Vince doesn't want that match at WrestleMania, what the fuck does he want? To get Shawn Michaels out of retirement, you know how much you're going to pay him? You're going to pay him a lot of fucking money. Just as much as Lesnar. Just as much as Bill Goldberg is asking for. Because coming out of retirement for Shawn Michaels, especially at his age, and what he already stated in previous interviews about not coming out of retirement, Money talks. If you pay him enough, he will do it. Bill Goldberg was at the C4 Comic-Con in Winnipeg, Canada a few weeks back and was asked about appearing at WrestleMania 30. He said Triple H has called him and said that they have talked, but there's no deal in place. Goldberg said he's open to coming back and would like his son to see him wrestle once, but he would only do it for the right price. He said he would never call WWE and ask to come back, and that the ball is in their court, and they know what they have to do to get him to return. A WWE source says Goldberg's financial demands are very significant. No shit. I expect them to be. Goldberg added that WWE did try to push him on the idea of think of the pop you'll get at WrestleMania. And from what he said and his point of view, they are barking up the wrong tree when it comes to negotiating tactics. Goldberg doesn't give a fuck about the pop. He don't give a fuck about the fans. Money. Money. You pay him enough, he will be there. Plain and simple. Do I want him to be there? Of course I do. I've been hearing this for fucking months now. Goldberg is a superstar. People want to see him. He's still in great shape. I want to see Goldberg back in the WWE ring. It's got to be against the right opponent, the right storyline, and anything to enhance this pay-per-view coming up. It's got to happen. Pay the fucking man. Vince has got no limit to what he wants to do. There's no limit here for financially for Vince. You know, money's not an issue. Pay him. Dolph Ziggler reportedly again is back in the doghouse. He has some heat on him for wearing a Zack Ryder t-shirt underneath his Islanders hockey jersey on Monday Night Raw. In the Hamptons hardcore match against Damien Sandow. Ziggler said in an interview that this week he wore it because they were in Ryder's hometown, but word is that there's more to the story than that. Not only was Ziggler wearing a Ryder t-shirt not planned, but it looked like it was a silent protest. One observer commented as if he's not been in the doghouse long enough as of late. If Dolph Ziggler wants to wear his friend's t-shirt on the show, what is the fucking problem? Always something to fucking stir up controversy and create some bullshit backstage in WWE. That's what I gather from this. If Dolph Ziggler wants to support his friend who's not on TV because of WWE's lack of fucking creativity, that's their fucking problem. He wants to wear his friend's t-shirt, let him wear his friend's t-shirt. I don't see that as being a silent protest. I see that being a friend. Plain and simple. People backstage at Monday Night Raw were wondering about Brodus Clay's future with the WWE after WWE had Xavier Woods use Clay's theme song and entrance with Cameron and Naomi for his win over Heath Slater. No word yet on what this means for Clay or if they're setting up a feud between the two. Xavier thanked Clay on Twitter for helping him with the entrance. I will say this. I'm not too familiar with Xavier Woods, but he fits the role with that theme song and the role with Naomi and Cameron perfectly. Perfectly. Brodus Clay, after seeing Xavier Woods come out to his theme song, doesn't even fucking fit the gimmick anymore. It's time for Clay to move on. It's time for him to be repackaged. Have him come back as a heel. Have him come back as a fucking monster beast, like he was before he went to this whole Funkasaurus thing. And give Xavier Woods that gimmick. He fits it perfectly. He's got the mustache. He's got the hair. He's got the outfit. He's got the moveset. Give it to him. It fits him right. And I said it on my Twitter. Xavier Woods reminds me of the New Age Flash Funk. That's just it. What else do I got here? A couple more excerpts, news-wise. As seen on Monday Night Raw, WWE debuted a new team with Mark Henry and IC champion Biggie Langston, and the two worked Tuesday SmackDown tapings as well. Word is that Henry is determined to leave the business with a giving something back, as long as the longest tenured active worker in the company. Henry's new project is to help Biggie get the rub, and Henry himself pushed for the team to happen. As I have noted before, Langston has the support of John Cena, Vince McMahon, and other key people within the company. That's the way a veteran is supposed to operate. Kudos to Mark Henry. The angle with the Shield attacking CM Punk after the Wyatt family kidnapped Daniel Bryan on Monday Night Raw was last minute and was not on the original Raw script. No word yet on where they are going with it, but everyone expects a huge feud between the Shield and the Wyatt family at some point. Wyatt family and the Shield, WrestleMania 30. No better place for that feud to happen. And that was it, guys. And let me get into the questions that you guys asked me this week. I picked 3. If you guys want to ask me a question, go to my Twitter. Leave me whatever question you want with the hashtag #FuckThoseOtherGuys. So my 3 questions this week comes from, number 1, Justin Dikoski. He says, who has or had the best spear? Roman Reigns, Goldberg, Edge, or Rhino. Hashtag fuck those other guys. Plain and simple, my friend, Goldberg. There's no more devastating spear than Bill Goldberg's. Stephen Meha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, bro, but I apologize in advance. With the title unification happening, is there any chance we will have a Daniel Bryan vs. CM Punk match at WrestleMania 30? I certainly hope so. I mentioned it in this report. Hopefully I gave you your answer there, but I want to see it. I'm sure everybody else wants to see it. D-Bry versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Whatever. World Heavyweight Champion, Unified World Champion, whatever the fuck they want to call it, at WrestleMania 30 in an Iron Man match. That is what's best for business. And finally, guys, King Baller. Fuck those other guys. Do you think WWE should make Randy Orton undisputed champion and then face CM Punk at the Royal Rumble? I don't know what's going to happen. I know for a fact that both Randy Orton and John Cena, I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling both of them will walk out as champion at TLC. I don't see the unification happening at a pay-per-view like TLC. But if there was a individual to fight CM Punk at the Royal Rumble and have Punk win, it would be against Randy Orton. But that would mean Randy Orton needs to be the WWE Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion, but I just don't see that happening. I want Punk one champion. I want Punk the WWE Champion going into WrestleMania to fight Daniel Bryan. I think that's what's best for business. That's what the underlying theme of these questions were. The last two, CM Punk vs. Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, Iron Man match, WWE Championship. That's what's best for business. That's what I want to happen. That would make WrestleMania epic. It needs to be the greatest of all time. You start there. Those are two of your best workers, and you just build it from there. It would be an unbelievable atmosphere in New Orleans in front of 80,000 plus people to have those two guys coming up from nothing to superstardom in WWE and finally get that spotlight at WrestleMania. I want to see it, and I'm sure everybody else does. But that is the WWE news and rumors this week, guys. Like I said, not a lot of news, but enough to wet your whistle this week. I will be back, obviously, on Monday Night Raw for Monday Night Raw review. Now, I am working Tuesday. My job has me working on Tuesday, so I might not be able to get the Raw review out on Tuesday morning. I will be back with the Raw review possibly, if I don't get it done on Tuesday morning somehow, on Tuesday night. I do work Tuesday. Just keep that in mind. If you guys are watching, I will be back with my Monday Night Raw for sure on Tuesday. All right? Take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this week's news down below in the comments. Comment, favorite, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Favorite. You guys know what to do. I'm out, guys. JD from New York. I'll talk to you soon.